Hello friends, welcome to Ratan Jot Netralay Prayagraj. Today again I am presenting one video which is for learners, for beginners, and this video is especially important for beginners who want to learn FECO and those who have ample experience and want to try direct job. So this case would be a good case because these kind of nucleus, they look totally white but they are brittle. However, I would be demonstrating modified stop and chop for beginners, for learners. So after injecting air and dye, you can see this was a fairly good dilated pupil. Visco was injected, and all you have to do is to focus the cataract properly, and you have to be very gentle and careful with your steps. And as usual, I make a triplanar incision. And again today I would be telling about the steps of the surgery, how and what I did in this case. This was a pretty easy case actually, and it is for beginners also. So the important step that you have to take care here is Rexis inject a good amount of visco while doing such cases, and the only thing that you have to take care is to do a good Rexis. And here if you notice that I have placed the iris repositor just to focus the eye in the center, and the Rexis was made in just one flow. So after doing Rexis, hydro is done and you have to inject fluid and tap in between to displace any fluid that could be entrapped behind, and inject visco after that. So you have to now try and gently rotate this nucleus just to see whether it is free. And I usually tap at times because that gives a good idea where to engage my dialer. So see, the nucleus is getting rotated easily, and now the phacoemulsification part will be done. So as always, I go inside the eye with the irrigation on, and you can see the tip exposure that is pretty adequate. And for such kind of nucleus, however, if it is a harder nucleus, you might have to expose your tip a little bit more and see how easily this is getting emulsified. So in these cases, as I said, that you could just try direct chop also. And as I always say that the trench should be adequate to do a modified stop and chop, and you can again see it is a small and deep trench, and that is the key in doing modified stop and chop for the beginners. And after making this trench, I am going inside, and now the next step which is important is that you have to maintain that hold. And if you can just maintain that hold and you can just bury the chopper, these nucleus are so brittle that they crack easily, and you can see without any effort actually these nucleus they break into two. And I would be demonstrating. See here, I am holding and I'm showing my hold, and this is the place where you have to bury, and see how easily these nucleus they get broke into smaller pieces. And then once you've created 6 to 8 pieces, I mean this gets very easy to emulsify, and all you have to do is you have to maintain that hold. You have to be very gentle. And now see, as I have created many pieces, around 6 pieces, these nucleus they itself start coming in the central safe zone, and at times you just have to hold and lift and bring it these pieces into the center and emulsify. And now the job was done, and as you can see that these are actually very soft, and you don't require much of your chopper also to place those pieces into the phaco tip. Rather, they are very soft and they can get emulsified. So the nucleus was emulsified. Now all what you can see are the cortical fibers, and you can very well appreciate the good glow and the rexus margins also. So now the irrigation aspiration part is again crucial for beginners. All you have to do is you have to go engage them, engage the cortical fibers, bring it to the center, and then aspirate. And see, it is quite easy. And if you are working with higher end machines, you don't feel that surge. Your chamber is quite stable, and that is the advantage that we get with good high end phaco machines. However, the newer machines also are offering these benefits. So this is one safety criteria which is very important while doing such cases. And also you have to ask your patient not to be anxious, just relax, calm, because if the patient is anxious, then you can feel that thrust coming, and now you can see how stable the interior chamber is and how easily the cortical fibers were aspirated. And now the only part which was left was to implant the IOL. And what I do in many of my cases is hydroimplantation of IOL. So at one port, the irrigation port is in, and you can see I'm injecting the lens. The leading haptic vent under the rhexis margin, and with the aspiration port you just depress the lens and it goes in the bag nicely. And your time gets saved also, because you don't have to wash that visco, and there is less of IOP rise also post operatively in such patients because of the less retaining of the visco. And you can see the trailing haptic was not in the bag, so I used the dialer to place that haptic into the bag, and now the IOL was in bag and the case was done. So this is the video which I am posting after a long time. Actually, this lockdown and Corona gave us lot of time to do many other things that we can do to teach others. So this is one such video, and I hope to continue these videos further also to help beginners uh, learn phacoemulsification easily. Stay home, stay safe, and take all necessary precautions. Thank you for watching this video.